I want to read you a quote from Aristotle that I think rings true to this day, and I've been thinking about it quite a bit recently. He says, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." Now, I believe excellence isn't obtainable, but this shouldn't discourage us in any way. The pursuit of excellence leads us to improvements that, when compounded, lead us to as close as we may come to excellence in human existence. Excellence is a distant dream for even the best, and for some of the most capable people on the planet, it will seem like a long shot. Nobody will ever be perfect, especially not in any physical pursuit. We need to stop being so harsh on ourselves and come to realize this together as a society. All of the greats will be beaten by newer generations with more advanced technologies, and who's to say this will ever stop? The only thing that matters is what we do now. This is why discipline has been such a driving force in my life the past few years. Going back to the Aristotle quote, I want to break it down and work through it. We are what we repeatedly do. This part has been very heavy for me. If we are but the repeated actions we take, everything we do daily matters in how we present ourselves. Every little action we take contributes to who we are as a person. To me, this statement holds gravity. A few years ago, I wasn't becoming the person that I've dreamt about becoming as a kid. I was sleeping in later than I had ever in my life. I weighed more than I ever had. I was also exercising the least frequently that I have since I started playing sports. Something needed to change. I was this lazy person that would eat junk food and sleep in. These repeated actions made me the person I'd become. Something needed to change. I needed discipline. Aristotle then says, excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. By no means am I saying that what I've done since that period has been excellent, but it is far better than what I had been doing. By staying disciplined with my small daily habits that I had stacked, I was able to turn my life around fairly quickly. My first new discipline was waking up at a consistent time every day. This prevented me from staying in bed and not being productive in the morning, which is when I'm the sharpest and function the best. When I became so disciplined that this became a part of my routine and so ingrained that I didn't have to think about it, that's when I began stacking new habits. My next focus was getting my weight in check, and this was honestly easier than I could imagined it to be. I know everyone's genes are different, and some people are more genetically predisposed to keep weight on longer and lose it slower, but I believe everybody has the ability to get their weight in check. For me, this happened fairly slowly, but I started seeing results quicker than I thought, as a result of small changes. With my diet and weight loss, I found that even the smallest changes I made had a massive impact on my ability to regulate my weight. Now, I think this statement goes for everybody, but you can't go making huge changes that you sacrifice a lot in your daily life. Small, noticeable, and manageable changes are what will make the difference. And when you stay disciplined, you will see these changes start to compound for you over time. For me, cutting out heavily processed foods from my diet was not a massive change, and still allowed me to eat what I wanted most of the time. This was manageable, but allowed me to see a huge difference in my appearance without focusing on how many calories I was eating. When you are able to stay disciplined with small and manageable actions over long periods of time, you will make immeasurable progress towards your goals. Now, I want you to picture someone just getting into fitness and deciding to spend an hour at the gym every day for a week, only to burn out immediately. They might see slightly more short-term benefits than someone who goes for just 15 minutes a day, but the person with the shorter routine is much more likely to stay consistent. And over time, that consistency and discipline will usually lead to better results. This is why my focus has been on smaller, disciplined actions, and this has made a huge difference in propelling me toward the person I want to become. This time last year, I was 35 pounds heavier, lethargic, and embarrassed of my appearance. But now, with my small disciplined actions that I practice every day, I've been able to look at myself in the mirror and feel proud again of the man staring back at me. I owe this all to discipline, and I hope I can inspire some of you to find this joy yourselves.